morning, folks. It's really way too early. I don't usually go to work till 10 o'clock, so I hang around the house and watch Stephen Colbert the night before and stuff like that. Kind of calm my nerves. But I'm from Hayesville, just back out the road a piece. I've lived here all my life mostly. Can you hear that? Yeah. You need to get. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to blow the. Using the microphone. Some of these guys don't use mics. My voice is not that good. But I'm a fifth generation owner of a business in Hayesville. This is our 150th year. My great-grandfather started it in 1875, and so I'm involved in the community quite a bit. And my mother pushed myself and especially the brother next down the line from me to learn a musical instrument, and I think I'm the only one it took on, but my brother does play some guitar. But I've been songwriting a little bit since I was 14, I guess. Anyway, I love murder ballads and a lot of traditional music and folk music in general, and country, traditional country. So I was a banjo player. That was my first instrument. So I could not break myself from using finger picks. So I just adapted banjo rolls to the guitar. Anyway, here's a stab at a murder ballad. Really hard to fun. It's called Pretty Peggy. Summer day, ribbons in her hair, sky blue eyes dancing, she was every bad boy's prayer. Running from a dark past, a bright scar on her cheek, the day Pretty Peggy made her way up a trail she could breathe. Billy Joe stumbled down that dusty road, got high on alcohol. He heard a sweet voice call his name, damned if he didn't call. So her elbows over the bank, flying loose and high in a creek. Pretty Peggy jumped in and rescued him in the middle of Sheep Street. He fell for her angel voice and her crooked smile. He fell for the spell she put on him with those diamond sparkling eyes. He fell so hard he didn't want to get up. He thought love would set him free. It's a mystery how she found him there way up on Sheep Creek. Bad Pop rode in from Arkansas, said he'd come to get his Peggy. He's gonna take her back, dead or alive, whether or not she's ready. Billy Joe pistol whipped and he cut him, rolled him up in some old barbed wire. He left him for the varmints, that he's hoping it'd be a fire. Well, the buzzards started circling, the old sheriff made a call, said he found a killer and a horse thief from out in Arkansas. He must have got tangled up in a barbed wire fence. He hadn't fared too well. He's resting against a poplar tree, dead and gone to hell. He fell for her angel voice and her crooked smile, and he fell for the spell she put on him with them diamond sparkling eyes. He fell so hard he didn't want to get up. He thought love had set him free. Well, he took her bait and hid his fate way up on Sheep Creek. Well, Bob's old boy's coming sneaking in, gonna kill Billy Joe and Pretty Peggy. So they loaded him up on buckshot lead, whether or not they was ready. And they sunk him in a hole in Shooting Creek, bid him a fond goodbye. Took a few nips and skinny dipped under that midnight sky. Well, the very next morning Peggy slipped away, took a horse and Billy Joe's gold. She might as well have shot old Billy Joe, 'cause her leaving took his soul. And he wondered about old Bad Bob and all them boys before. He fell for the charms of Peggy and ended up at hell's hot door. So he saddled his horse and loaded his gun, took some whiskey for his pain. Sometimes you do what you have to do and suffer the cold, cold rain. Sometimes you do what you have to do and suffer the cold, cold rain. This is a song called Train from Birmingham. It's got a little bit of social commentary in it. And partly a love of history of mine. Midnight train from Birmingham, it was a full moon August Eve. A road with a ghostly angel bound for New Orleans. The cotton fields were sparkling like stars on the ground. This 300 years of history floated from her mouth. Watch the tall slave ships in Mobile Bay and 100 hurricanes, cemeteries and sanctuaries all across these southern plains. She followed along those trails of tears in 1838. 4,000 dead Americans that stained a green haze. Say, God, I think the devil must have picked this path for me. All these years and miles I've traveled across these fields of misery. I don't miss the fall of the earth, as long as it reaches time. I was here at the beginning. I'll be here when the last bell chimes. She walked the killing fields of Vicksburg, Antietam, and Shiloh. She hailed the dead and dying all along those graveyard roads. She watched the flames of Dixie spread into the 60s like a flood. And she said the dead, they say nothing, but the dead can tell so much. Another hurricane blowing toward Pontchartrain, the lightning struck the sky, and she said there's this war down on the Rio Grande, and immigrants like you are gonna die. And then she slipped off in the icy mist of an autumn at its end, and the corn stalks bent and rattled in that cold November wind. Said, God, I think the devil must have picked this path for me. All these years and miles I've traveled
these fields of misery. I am the mist, the fog of the earth, long as I reach a time. I was here at the beginning, I'll be here when the last bell chimes. Now she comes to me in dreams at night, like passing clouds of dust, waiting in some railroad station in the shadows and the rust. Now pray that when my days are done and they lay my body down, I can find the comfort of that angel on the train from Birmingham. I think the devil must have picked this path for me. All these years and miles I've traveled, searching to find some peace out among the shadows and across these hallowed grounds, looking for the comfort of that angel on the train for Birmingham. Searching for the comfort of that angel on the train from Birmingham. Thank you. Make sure I'm in tune. I've written a couple of songs about moonshiners because it was, as all over the Southeast, it was a prevalent occupation. And I talked to a friend of mine I went to high school in Hayesville with, and his family was in that business. And he probably was the fastest guy in school at the time, and no one really knew about it, but the coach would line him up like 15 yards behind his football team for sprints, and he would hang back for a few yards and then just blow them away. And I said, gosh, imagine, did you ever practice? And he said, no, but I got a lot of practice at home and at night. He said, I had to go home and do chores, and then my second shift was hiking up to a remote area to a spring head and working the steel. So he said we'd haul out gallon jugs of whiskey on our backs, 4 gallons at a time for quite a ways. So he said I was pretty fit. But anyway, this is called Lightning Road. In Carolina mountains, 1949, Uncle Willie was running a 41 Ford, loaded down his shine. His brewed in a big old copper stills, made from the finest corn. It had been a family business since long before he was born. Yeah, late that night we heard his engine moan. They're thirsty down in Georgia, dry as a bone. These hell-on wheels, when we loaded up, they're gone. Said the devil himself wasn't fast enough to catch him on a lightning rod. He hauled that shine to Georgia and ended up to Tennessee. Sometimes he'd run about a lot of the money and keep it being seen. He'd go to church on Sunday, put his money in the plate. Some called him the apostle, others called him the devil's mate. Well, he made that run for 20 years and he never had been caught. But the government wanted taxes paid on all that liquor bought. Yeah, late that night we heard his engine moan. At first he's gone in brass town and dry as a bone. He's all wheels when the loaded up gone. So the devil himself wasn't fast enough to catch him on a lightning rod. Running out of down the winding stairs and sailed across the glade. And then he saw the lights of Shoot Creek and he thought he had it made. There was a road up ahead and he was feeling kind of tired, so he turned her off, he overlooked and a flaming ball of fire. They never found his body, no trace of a burning car, though Billy seemed to disappear kinda like that shooting star. Yeah, late that night when you heard his engine moan. Well, first he out in Tennessee, they drive as a home. Long wheels when he loaded up to gone. Said the devil himself wasn't fast enough to catch him on the lightning road. Way up in a laurel thicket on a creek called the Hurricane, there's an old man making moonshine, but nobody knows his name. When old Jack Frost comes calling and the leaves are on the ground, you can see the hood of his 41 Ford those revenuers never found.
This song, a good friend and who played in a band that I played in, Irons in the Fire here, David Rose, who was vocalist here at the folk school for a number of years, liked this song, and I think he put it on he did a couple of records or albums called Night Hoots and Morning Songs, I think. Anyway, this is kind of my inner Woody Guthrie coming out. If I can remember this, it's called Concrete and Greed.
Heard with the wind calling from a little piece down the road. It woke me from a restless sleep and dreams of long ago. Back before the interstates brought the locusts to this land, turning farms into condo cities and the forests into sand. Developers reading the obituaries and cutting down too many trees. The worthless politicians rewrite history and democracy. Pimps for their own prosperity, no conscience left inside. Jobs and lives and lands have become their ladies of the night. So take me to the river, Lord, take me to the sea, or up into the mountains, back in a cold so deep that I can't hear the sounds of big money when it speaks, away from concrete and debris, away from concrete and debris. Corporations rule America, making kings of CEOs. It all sparkles with larceny underneath an orange glow. When the last tree falls and they can't drink the water, maybe then they'll know that they can't go back and they can't eat the money, cause the truth don't matter anymore. I'd like to be that old black crow circling way up high above these rolling ridges and all this urban life, far away from the grifters, the billionaires and the lies. And don't they know that we don't own the earth, we just borrow it till we die. So take me to the river, Lord, take me to the sea, or up into the mountains, back in a cold so deep that I can't hear the sounds of big money when it speaks, away from concrete and debris, away from concrete and debris, away from the concrete and debris.
There's a place, there's a gap actually in Clay County called Smack-Ass Gap. It's about 3.5 miles east of town. And these are the kind of songs that some songwriters will tell you to if you write them, don't play them out in public, because they'll follow you around like an old stray dog looking for scraps, you know. But you know, it's just one of those quick rides I did, and it's a fun little song for some, I guess. I try not to be too edgy, because I can be, so well, a good friend of mine said, you know you've written a successful song when people get up and leave the room. I'll try not to do one of those. This is just called Smack-Ass Gap. And part of it's actually a true story, but Ben and Lula piled into his pickup, and they headed off into town to do a little courting and sparking, take in the sights and sounds. Had to have Lula back to sundown, but to face her daddy's wrath. The shortest way in and the quickest way out was through that Smack-Ass Gap. You gotta haul your ass in the Smack-Ass Gap, the sun's going down. This old road's muddy and sticky glass, and there ain't no way around. You're liable to be thrown in the grave if you hang out there too long. Build you
fire and stay a while. Get a view of the crack of dawn. Lord, get a view of that crack of dawn. Well, I got a late start back to Lula's house. The rain was drizzling down. Pedal to the metal in the pickup, praying, Lord, don't fail us now. That old road was a rocky and rutty. It was rough as an old corn cob. The truck got stuck at the top of the gap, buried up to the axle rods. Well, it couldn't go forward, it couldn't go back, so they built a little camp on the ground. And they got a little wreck that evening, corn liquor and a fooling around. Here's the kicker of this whole song here. Little I love to dance naked round the campfire, just to add a little color to her cheeks. 2 full moons of dancing, 1 beating through the trees. You gotta haul your ass through smack ass gap, the sun's going down. So road money ass took his glass, and there ain't no way around. You're about to see a full moon or 3. You hang out there too long. Lord, build you a fire and stay a while and get a view of the crack of dawn. Get a view of that crack of dawn. Well, they had a 5-mile walk from time to talk, and they thought it'd be a good idea to get themselves stuck on smack ass gap about 12 times a year. Lou's folks are just happy to see her. Her daddy put that 12 gauge away, grabbed the fiddle and a jug and rolled back the rug, and they danced till the break of day. You gotta haul your ass through smack ass gap, the sun's going down. Yeah, that old road's muddy ass took his glass, and there ain't no way around. You're about to see a full moon or 3 if you hang out there too long. Just build you a fire and stay a while. Get a view of the crack of dawn. Lord, get a view of that crack of dawn.
This will be the last one, because the time's drawing nigh here. Let's just do another murder ballad. Let's kill off a couple more people and go eat breakfast. This is called Little Katie. Rebekah Scott, who played in the band with us, inspired this song. She used to play this little poem that it had a refrain of knock, 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 who's that knocking at your door? So I just took that and kind of ran with it. And some tales my Uncle John told me when he was sheriff in Clay County in the 30s. It was a dark and cold December night. I heard Grandpa say, never would forget it till his dying day. Little Katie came a-knocking, wild-eyed, ghostly white, handing him her children, said, protect them with your life. Well, I will not ask forgiveness for this thing that I have done. I killed that worthless man of mine to save these darling ones. Daddy is a hanging judge no matter where I run. He won't rest till he has them, and I'm swinging in the sun. It's knock, 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 who's there knocking at your door? It's your little Katie, don't you know her anymore? She killed her man 'cause he harmed her daughters. Who needs a drink of your holy water? Well, the old judge turned his dogs loose and chased Katie through the night. Trapped her on the river bluff, dawn's first light. Swore that he would hang her, take her children for his own.
send her soul straight to hell, killing his only son. He cursed her and he choked her. She grabbed hold of his coat, and they fell together to river 100 feet below. In a week they found that old judge snagged on a yeller pine, but they never found little Katie, though they searched for the longest time. And it's knock, 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 who's there knocking at your door? It's your little Katie, don't you know her anymore? She killed her man 'cause he harmed her daughter. She needs a drink of your holy water. Now Grandpa said the river took little Katie to the sea. She's out there in the deep blue ocean, resting restlessly. And he told us Katie's stories and said, when I'm gone, you stay strong. Your mama's watching over you, keep you safe from harm. And we always leave a bottle of Grandpa's holy water. We light a candle on the table in a little teacup saucer. Some nights I hear the knocking, smell the sea salt on the breeze, and I know little Katie's come again to keep watch over me. And it's knock, 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 who's there knocking at your door? It's your little Katie, don't you know her anymore? Killed her man 'cause he harmed her daughters. She needs a drink of your holy water.
Thank you, folks. I appreciate y'all sitting and listening to some of my storytelling. I'm sure y'all had a great week here at the Campbell Folk School. It's a super institution, and we're thankful to have it in the area. Thank you. I do have some CDs up here if you're interested. They're $5 a piece, and it's totally up to you.